camera and said, "Are you ready to publish yet?" So I don't know if I'm broadcasting or not. I will say, just in case anybody from the Mevo camera company ever watches any of my videos, I like the Mevo, except for that function. I pretty thoroughly hate that aspect of the Mevo camera. So there you go. From one of your faithful users, Mr. and Mrs. Mevo, I hate that publish now function, okay? Anybody paying attention? Absolutely loathe it. Absolutely. It's very counterintuitive. Very, very counterintuitive. Okay, there you go. That's enough. It's enough bad-mouthing product for one day. But I use the camera because of all the other things that it does. Wow. Chippendale, that's what this is called. It's funny the things you learn sometimes in the course of living. This is called Chippendale. I'm not going to try to get it all right now. I'm just going to rough it in. There we go. Yep, this is going to work better. Moving these dormers down quite a bit. Pregnant dormer there. Hello. If I get tired, hand it over to you guys.
Yeah, trouble. Sure. We'll mess it up for you.
Yeah, yeah. This is a beautiful place up here. I had no idea. Which one of you owns this place?
This one.
Do you have a long drive? Do you have a long commute? Come up all the way up the hill?
No, we live here.
You live here? Yeah, yeah. Look, it might take a long time. Beautiful.
So why throw the outside of the building though? Just curious.
Oh, I'm putting the bride and groom right here or here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm doing a portrait. This is all just, I get this stuff, this part done ahead of time, so I don't have to do this. I have this all done by the time I get the picture of the bride and groom. Then I'm ready to go with that. So when was this place built? Do you know?
Nope.
It's supposed to know. I saw a poster in there that said 1894, so maybe it was 1894.
During slavery, yes, probably.
Oh yeah.
What? That was true.
That's right.
It used to be a tobacco farm, so what does that tell you?
Did it used to be?
That's what they say, yeah.
Oh, no kidding. So it wasn't built as a grand lodge.
It used to be something else. With these guys. But I've heard that this has always been here, so I guess that's where they got a roof.
Take care, man.
Thank you. There, so now I get a little more of the chimney. That makes me a little bit happier. Just a little more of the chimney right there. And by the way, again, for those of you who haven't heard this little, hello, this little detail on whenever you paint a tall structure, if you want it to look tall, you make it go off the top of the canvas. You don't paint the top of it. If you want it to look short, you paint the top of it inside the canvas. I thought I had company coming, but I guess not. Nice tin roof. There. Yeah, now this area here needs some work too. This is part of the drawing that made me decide to go straight to pencils. There were too many little inaccuracies here. It's bothering me. And forgive me, I know this is rather boring watching, I'm afraid. I can turn you off. Some of you are saying you already turned me off big time. Don't worry about that. Sorry about that. There's a name for this architectural detail where the corners have big, in this case it's stones, natural stones, but big. Here, let me turn you around. It's been a while since I showed you what I was painting, so let's fix this again real quick. So there's the structure. I'll put the bride and groom here up close and with a low angle so that they'll be fairly tall in the shot. Beautiful place, huh? This is Roaring Gap, North Carolina. Roaring Gap, never been here before. Hardly even knew that it was here. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, David. Hey, David, are you working, my friend? I hope you're doing something really important. It makes you can't watch. That's a great thing to do. Yeah, and especially because what I'm doing right now is pretty boring. Is that what you're commenting on? It's okay because you're not watching. That's a good solution. Ladies and gentlemen, do not watch me, just listen. Ooh boy. Okay, now here. Here, we have some confusion, some correction needed here. That pillar goes right there, yeah. Oh, I get it. Then the next pillar is really close to it. Oh, there we go. That's my confusion. I actually drew it right, but I couldn't figure out what was going on. Now I get it. These two pillars are really close to each other. Okay, so I wasn't as far off as I thought. He says as he puts a line exactly in the same spot. But now, something's not right in the position, the placement of my next pillar. Yeah, my next pillar is really supposed to go here. Oh boy. This is why we correct things, boys and girls. Okay, pillar, and then here. There we go. Things weren't working the last time and I couldn't figure out what my mistake was. What I'm doing here, by the way, is I'm using my fingers to fix the... Is my camera bad? Thank you for telling me. Is it okay? Let me know if something's wrong with that. My little monitor looks fine, but I trust you guys. If something's wrong, I believe you. Somebody let me know. Quick chat. Camera okay now? Okay. I'm going to assume that it is. I'll try to keep an eye out for your chats if they come through. Okay, so I was going to say I'm using my fingers. Just a real quick perspective trick. These two pillars are this far apart. That means the next one is going to be slightly farther apart. That might be a little bit too much, but I'm stuck now. And then the next one, again, a little bit further. Better. Okay, sorry about that. Wow. Thanks for letting me know, David. Appreciate that, you guys. I got the best followers, whatever you are. I got the best followers in the world. I don't have too many of you. I'm working on that. I really am. I would sure like some more viewers. And I'm meeting with a helper. A young man's helping me try to accomplish that. But in the meantime, dang, don't we have a good time? Yes, we do. A real sweet thing happened the other day. It was just really, really extraordinary. I was doing a watercolor in my office, talking about an old friend of mine, and Bruno from Germany. While we were talking, he looked him up and found him and said, "Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, he died in 2009. He was not nearly at age 65, which I was quite chagrined to hear he was that young." Anyway, it was a very sweet shared moment there. Bruno, if you're still listening, I said, "That was cool, man. Thank you. Thank you. Better to get bad news from friends than whatever, random." I'm laughing because I'm calling Bruno my friend. Which, because that's the way I feel. Who says you can't have real relationships on the internet? Now, don't get me wrong. I am not one of these people. I have so many real flesh and blood friends. You know, I'm not a man. I'm not a aloof, emotionally detached male. Quite the contrary. I have a group of men that have been meeting together every Friday morning for over 20 years. I have a group of men that meet together every Saturday morning for about 5 years. I have a Saturday evening group of men and women. We're on hiatus right now, but before we hiated, we'd been meeting for 15 years. My wife and I just have boo-koodles of friends. So don't feel bad for me, man. I am well friended. But it's really fun. I love this online community. I'm sorry I don't do a better job of taking care of you, but I'm working on it. Thank you, Lurlinda. Thank you. I appreciate that. She sent out a notice that I was live. How cool is that? Bless you. Okay, now I talked a little while ago. Thank you, absent-minded. Oh, I remember you, absent-minded artist. I remember that handle. That's hilarious. I could use that handle. I could use, it took me a long time to, of course, one of the nice things about getting old, in my opinion, is you can finally start admitting that you're not good at stuff, right? Because when you're young, you just feel like, no, you have to put on this illusion, this air. No, I'm good at everything. Are you kidding? Weaknesses? I don't have any. Are you with me? Some of you people. So I'm 64, just in case you want to do a comparison. One of the nice things about getting old is, especially if you've developed some competencies, as I think it's clear I have, I can say, I am not good at that. I am just not good at that. And one of the things I've had to admit, sort of through gritted teeth, I've had to admit that I am absent-minded. Or as I like to put it, I like to defend myself slightly, of course. And I say, I'm not absent-minded. And this is pretty true. It's just that my mind is hard at work somewhere else. That is quite true. So, absent-minded artist. What a great. Hey, Susan. Yeah, so we're still kind of in the beginnings, aren't we? Still kind of. A lot of drawing. Oh my goodness. I'm very glad that I got a head start on this painting. And still, okay, done with the straight lines. Now let's draw some organic shapes. I don't know where the bride and groom are going to be yet, but I'm assuming there's a couple chairs, more chairs over here. What a gorgeous day. It is a little bit warm, and we're at 3,000 feet, maybe 3,500 feet here, so fairly high elevation. You know, for the eastern, all you western mountain people, shut up. We have our cute little mountains in North Carolina. We do. No, I did not grow up in North Carolina, so I don't feel bound to defend her at every turn. But I'm happy to say my parents showed us kids, not the world, but the country. I think by the time I was moved outside of high school, I'd been in, what, 35 or 40 states, something, because of my parents. I loved it. Man, I loved traveling. And so my first mountains were the Grand Tetons in Wyoming, and then very shortly thereafter, same trip, Yellowstone, and you know, then I went to the Colorado Rockies and Estes Park and all that stuff. So you know, I feel like I sort of, and then Athabasca Ice Glacier, British Columbia. I haven't seen I've seen the Little Alps in France, but I haven't seen the real Alps. And I've seen pictures, and I know that they're even more glorious. But the most majestic mountains I've seen were the British Columbia Rockies. I remember as a kid driving through there. I remember it very well. Not seeing another, I don't think we saw another vehicle for 100 miles or something like that. At least no gas station, no civilization. Now this is a long time ago, of course. I was a kid, but I remember it so well, and I loved it. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I've seen real mountains. I feel like I haven't seen the Himalayas. I haven't seen the South American, what's the word? You know, no, but I've seen pretty real mountains. And North Carolina, we have nice, cute little, sweet little mountains. So I think the best place for the bride and groom is right here and here. And as I said earlier, by the way, I think bride and groom are both female today. I chuckle at myself because I didn't know that was the case. Wouldn't have made any difference. I'm here to bless these people with all my heart and with all the beautiful painting I can do. But as an artist, it throws a slight curve because the bride is taller than the groom bride. And forgive me, I do not know I'm using the right terminology. But the one wearing white is considerably taller than the one wearing black. All right. I'm laughing there at myself. We'll have a discussion offline if you want to discuss that anymore. Okay, that was a long broadcast because that took a long time. I'm going to stop there and start another broadcast in a little bit. Now, for sure, the next thing I'm going to do is some glazes, colored glazes. And it's a challenge because right now it's 6 o'clock, and I'm assuming there's a sky for you. And I'm assuming that you can see a little bit of what the lighting is like here. And I'm assuming that at 7:15, when all my people are here, to 7:30, I don't know, the sun will be just about going down. So I'm sort of thinking twilight-ish lighting, blue dusk lighting, not, I don't know, but maybe I should be thinking, you know, warm sunset lighting. I don't know. In any case, I'll let you, here's what I do. I take a picture so that I have reference later in the evening. I'm also going to take a picture with can you see this? Can you get closer? Oh, you can't see it. Sorry, it's just all reflection. There we go. This icon right here, GoPro, it's probably all blurry. Sorry. Anyway, Pro HDR camera. Wow, he's good. Maybe that's just what he does to warm up. Okay, I'm being silly. Stop. I'll be